This is the Lasko 5586 ceramic heater, and this is a space heater that has Lasko's new modern design. So there's a digital display up here. You can see that there are buttons up top that are going to be reading out to you. You have your plus and minus, you have your oscillate, your timer, your high-low mode, and your power button. And that's something that you find across most of the Lasko space heaters across the board. On the back, you'll be getting an easy-to-use handle. Here are your two exit ports. It's not going to be a grill that goes end to end though. On the front, they do use this kind of mesh where you can see the heating element inside. This large area here is strictly for the display, and that means you can really see from far what it does. Lasko 5586 is coming with a remote, and this is different from the remote that comes with smaller unit. So the Lasko 5586 is coming with a remote, and it's a different remote that comes with smaller units. But it'll have similar functionality. Also, it has a little hook at the back so you can connect it to your Lasko space heater. It has oscillation, power, timer, high-low mode, and temperature control built in there. So let's plug it in and let's see how this unit works. We've plugged it in. Now we're going to turn it on. And you'll notice there's a number there. There's a number that comes out saying 74. 74 represents the temperature that you want the room to be in. If it goes below this number, it'll turn on, and if it goes above it, it'll turn off. So we're going to put this down into auto mode. There's no anti-tipping here, so make sure that you do not tip this device. Power button here, you'll notice that there is 3 little red squiggly heat bars signifying high. That is low. It doesn't say high, low. It says high, low, like that. Also, if I want to put on the timer, I press the timer button, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. If I put it on oscillate, that is just the oscillate button here. And if I want to use it by auto mode with the temperature, I can just use it accordingly. So inside of the room I'm in, it's about 76 degrees. I'm going to turn this on, and I'm about 2 feet away. The temperature is quickly rising. I would say that the temperature rises in about 3 seconds for turning it on, and then it just goes up and up and up as it heats up completely. And that's the great thing about electrical heat. It doesn't need, here we go, this is where it was. As it heats up even more, and as it heats up even more, it's going to get to about 160-ish. This is on high. There's going to be a lot of air blowing, and I'm about where the camera is, so this is about 4.5 feet, and I can still feel a lot of heat radiating from it. I think that's to about 164, 165, and that's because the heat is spread out. So you have heat coming from up to right here, and then up to right here. So there is this space of heat, and then it blows outward, so like in this type of motion. So the question is, how do you decide between which one is right for you? Obviously, they all are 1500 watts. This one is particularly larger, so that means they're going to be able to move more air because there's going to be more air in terms of the tower fan that can circulate inside of your room or your home. The smaller units are not that much smaller though. This has a digital display that is very similar to this digital display, and this one is going to be analog. And if you just have a hard time deciding between the three, I think the easiest way to go is, what are you looking for? Where are you going to place it? If this is going to be great for a bedroom because a tower fan might be easier in a bedroom, or tower fan design might be easier in a bedroom, well, this might be better for a adolescent's room or office because of the way it looks. Check it out. These are some of my favorite Lasko tower space heaters. They all have 2 modes, high, low. They all have 8-hour timers. They all are going to be coming with auto temperature, so that means it'll turn off if it's too warm in the room, and it'll turn itself back on if you set it at a higher temperature and just stay there. Pick the one that's going to fit your type of room and your needs, because all 3 heat up very quickly. Thanks for watching, everyone. This is David with the French Glow, signing off. Bye, bye, bye.